author and researcher, Dr. Judith Reisman, who will be speaking on the origin of the sexual rights agenda, how it targets children and spreads in society and the schools, and what needs to be done to stop it locally, nationally, and internationally. Dr. Reisman is well known for exposing the fabricated work of sexologist Alfred Kinsey, which was used to lay the foundation for the sexual revolution now manifested in the public schools. She has exposed networks of child sex trafficking and pedophilia in America. Please feel free to write questions on cards for Dr. Reisman and our panel later. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Judith Reisman.
Since I don't have the PowerPoint, let me take you down the trail. The scientific authority for the sex industrial complex in the 20th century, 21st century. What the funding comes for these academic institutions. Indiana University, everybody know Indiana University, right? Respectable. They have the Kinsey Institute right now. Right now, the Kinsey Institute exists. Under what basis does it exist? The founder was a man who tortured children. It is established, it is proven. And I have a whole section on the end section, which Mary will talk about briefly, on the law, on how he changed the law. Kinsey changed all of our sex laws. We document how he changed our sex laws. Wake up and smell the coffee. So the original founders, Rockefeller Foundation, yes, okay. Playboy, right? Rockefeller Foundation and Playboy were the original, and Planned Parenthood for the Kinsey Institute to keep him alive and well and happy while he was torturing children. So here's the original sexuality collaborators, Kinsey, Pomeroy, Martin, all the rest of them. Benjamin, okay, Benjamin is a big name along with Calderon, and Money, in creating the transgender movement, okay? They created, and we go into the Johns Hopkins, at the time was, so that was that. And McIlvaine, these are all big names in the field. United Nations right now, the Kinsey Institute has been picked up. So they're going all over the world educating all the world about sex under the auspices of the United Nations. Isn't that wonderful? They just don't understand the really powerful, elite, knowledgeable guys that we have here that are going to influence everything wonderfully. Yeah, so they go all over the United Nations, under the flag of the United Nations, educating everybody about sex. So in 1953, Playboy launches Playboy magazine. In 1948, the Kinsey book, the first book on males, are published. I've never done this one before. Isn't that beautiful? Yes. Do you like that? Yeah, you have it. You hand that out. Oh, good. Yeah, so you can follow. All right. In 1948, he publishes his first book on the male. Now, that was a blockbuster, they said. Well, they handed out thousands of copies, but okay. So the male, that changed the world. That changed. 70% of the newspapers had it over the fold, right? 70%. Every major magazine had it. Now, did Darwin ever get that much attention? Hello? Did he? No. Three major films on Kinsey. S&P, what do you call that? Well, anyway, these major television productions, and then a big major film called Kinsey, which starred who? Liam Neeson, the guy who plays the hero in Trafficking. Two films on trafficking, and he's the hero in that film on Kinsey. Why? Because he's important, for crying out loud. Why is he important? Because he dictates your school. Because his influence is in all of our schools. It's in the nations. It's in every nation. I've been in Croatia. In Croatia, they were having the sex education curriculum. They took out this gal who, it's a long story. Anyway, but we defeated the sex education curriculum in Croatia. The Supreme Court ruled they couldn't do that. Yeah, they couldn't do that. Now, of course, they're back. They never stop. Anyway, so here we are. So in 1948, he published his first book, Sexual Behavior in the Human Male, as was discussed earlier by the great knowledgeable person here. This one with the glasses over his Austin Bruce. All right, so there he was. He produced Sexual Behavior in the Human Male, which changes everything, and then funded by those guys. And then Playboy, Kinsey, reads, Hefner reads Playboy, reads Kinsey, and he says, oh my gosh, he says, my parents have been lying to me. Oh, that's another thing. I go into a great deal of documentation as to what was done to the greatest generation. Okay, we had a generation that saved the world from fascism, and communism. We had the greatest generation, a moral generation built on the Judeo-Christian belief system. They were out there fighting and dying. And where was Kinsey? He was here having sex with all his boyfriends, right? Very transitory, this one, that one. He was supposed to be married. He had a separate bedroom upstairs. He brought his guys up there. I mean, come on. Okay, so in 1953, he puts out Sexual Behavior in the Human Female, and Kinsey, that's Kinsey, and Playboy produces what? Hefner produces what? Playboy, which is going to change the world. And again, I have different pictures from Playboy. Oh, yeah, Playboy. So, on your point, they sued me in the Netherlands. Playboy sued me in the Netherlands in 1994. Now, did you ever hear of Playboy suing anybody? Yes. So they sued me. Why did they sue me? They sued me, and this is important, because I said they were producing child pornography. Child pornography from 1954. From 1954. They started with the cartoons, black and white, then they moved to color cartoons, then they moved to pictures. Jodie Foster is in there as naked as a jaybird, yeah, at age 14, right? So I said they were producing child pornography. So they said, she's libeling, she's slandering us. And so I sent a trunk of pictures to the Netherlands with dates and pages and everything else. And guess what the judge ruled? Did you read in all the newspapers? Playboy wins a case against Judith Reisman. No, you didn't, because they lost. They lost. So, I have said, if you can lose on child pornography in the Netherlands, Amsterdam, give me upper. You can win rather on that anywhere. We just need to get some lawyers